Alright, so yeah, my name is Lando Lude, and I founded Hero Smart Academy together with my wife, Nito Lude, and that page over there is showing our profile. We have co-founded this company together, Hero Smart Academy. I also founded Solutions Heal, and together with my wife, I have written over 30 books across 3 genres. I've written books in the education, business, and Christian discipleship program. Together with my wife, we've created about 3,000 educational videos right now for our homeschooling program. So we've been doing this for about 4 years right now. We've produced videos in the mathematics, English, science, social studies, Bible knowledge, and music subjects for homeschooling families, and our videos are available from our website and from our YouTube channel as well. We have videos right now spanning from pre-kindergarten to 4th grade, following after the Texas education standard, which I'll be sharing with you some links over there if you want to take advantage of that. I hold an MBA from Oral Roberts University and Bachelor's of Science in Electronic and Electrical Engineering from University of Ife. I am a software engineer and a technical program manager with over 21 years of experience. I get a chance to speak publicly to business leaders and business community in the business community, and I am a teacher as well. My wife is the co-founder of Hero Smart Academy together with me. She is the Vice President of Strategy and Planning for Solutions Heal, and she's written over 30 books as well across the education and Christian discipleship genre. She's co-produced 3,000 videos together with me in mathematics, English, science, social studies, and Bible knowledge, and in music. She holds an MBA and a Bachelor's of Arts from Oral Roberts University. She's the co-founder of Hero Smart Academy. She's the lead instructor of Hero Smart Academy, and she's a teacher as well. So our curriculum that we've used to build Hero Smart Academy is actually based on the Texas education and knowledge and standards, and it's called TEX. And I put the links in here for people who may want to watch this at a later date, and the link is going to be part of that event details as well. So if you click on the events details over there, you are going to see the link over here, and if you click on it, it's going to take you to a place where you can literally access curriculum from Texas. I don't know the states that you may be watching me from. I believe there are going to be standards and learning expectations from your state as well, but in the state of Texas, you're welcome to use this link as well if you're in Texas, and if not, you're welcome to use it. Texas is one of the most rigorous states with regards to academics that you can use to actually homeschool your children. So we built our curriculum using these learning expectations from Texas. They call it Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. In other words, TEX. That's the acronym for it. And you're going to see kindergarten over here. So when you click on this, it's going to take you to a place where you can access kindergarten, and you're going to see kindergarten learning expectations for English and for mathematics, science, and all of that. But today we are going to be concentrating on just the mathematics aspect of it. And if you click on here, you are going to see learning expectations for mathematics. You are going to see certain things that are going to be expected for a mathematics kindergartner that they need to learn. So for example, things like counting forward and backward to at least 20. So this had at least 20 over there, but our curriculum actually takes it up to about 100. They should be able to read and write and represent whole numbers from 0 to 20 with objects and without objects. They should be able to count a set of objects up to 20 and demonstrate that the last number set tells the number of objects in the set regardless of their arrangement or their order. So all these learning expectations are over here, and they are the ones that we used to create our curriculum in Hero Smart Academy. So what is our curriculum? Our curriculum will be inclusive of the learning expectations that I captured over here, which may be found on our website as well from Hero Smart School. So if you were to go to herosmart.com and you click on our menu, you are going to see Hero Smart Academy. You click on that. You are going to see learning expectations for kindergarten students. And the learning expectations are over here, and I just copied them for the mathematics section into that PowerPoint that I was showing you just a few moments ago. So our students typically learn how to count forward and backward to 100 as kindergartners. They learn how to recognize and associate numerical symbols with spelling up to 30. We have an introduction to the place value system for them. They can compare objects using greater than, less than, and equal to. And all these learning expectations, again, are going to be available from the website over here. If you were to type in herosmart.com/school and you select kindergarten in the menu, it's going to take you over there. So are there any questions so far? If there are any questions, please go ahead and type them into that chat so I can answer your questions as I'm walking through right now certain tips that you can use to actually homeschool your children. So please feel free to engage with us via the chat session right now if you have questions. All right. So another thing I'm going to be walking you through right now is just these, based on these learning expectations, we've created a workbook which you may download at a discount right now. If you are watching with me in real time right now, you can follow along with me. You can download this workbook. It's called Kindergarten Mathematics from Hero Smart Homeschool Academy. And if you're not able to download for some reason, you're welcome right now to just take notes, as I'm going to be walking you through certain key concepts that your kindergartner needs to master as he or she learns kindergarten mathematics. And this is very important because this is going to form the basis for their interest in kindergarten mathematics, and not only kindergarten mathematics but mathematics going forward. So it's important that you get them engaged. So for example, I'm going to be walking you through how to help your kindergartner appreciate how to count numbers. How to count numbers from like 1 to 100, for example. So look at this chat. This chart I'm showing on the board right now. So this chart literally is a way to count numbers from 1 to 100 by skipping even numbers. So you are going to see that there are odd numbers that are being shown over here, and you can walk them through this chart. You can write it out, you can take a screenshot of this, or you can download this workbook. It's going to be a great tool that you can use to help your child learn how to count from 1 to 100. In other words, you can help the child learn how to count like 1, and then you are going to feel number 2. Just write number 2 in this blank space over here, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Alright, so we recommend that parents go through that exercise with their children and just use a pencil to fill it in, and then right afterwards you can erase those pencil marks and tell them to write it by themselves, or you can just help them to count by themselves without erasing just yet. So fill in all the blanks over here and just count for them and count together with them. So the parents typically are going to count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and you stop over there. Then you count and you let your child count alongside with you. In other words, you are going to say 1, and then you are going to tell your child to count 1 together with you. Then you are going to go ahead and count 2, and then they repeat after you. Tell them to do the same thing with number 3 and number 4 and number 5. And then after walking through that exercise, you're welcome right now to ask them to count in odd numbers and skip count. So that's another way. It's a fun exercise and another way for them to actually know how to count and reinforce what even numbers are and what odd numbers are through that exercise, just walking with your child to do that. We typically do that. So I recommend doing this, and this is going to be like the first day of the first week of our curriculum. If you are going to be going through the HHA, this is like a pretty fun way to help them engage and get them engaged really, really quickly with mathematics. Another exercise that we walk through during the first day of our program is how to recognize tally numbers. In other words, you can get them to appreciate that number 1 is going to be equivalent to just one stick count. In other words, one tally number. And then we do that here on day number 1, and their exercise is to match which tally number is going to be equivalent to the number. So for example, 1 is going to be matching to this particular box over here. You can tell them to walk through that exercise. And then you can tell them to walk through the exercise for number 2. So you can tell them, where is number 2 going to be matching to? Well, number 2 is going to be matching over to this number over here, and you just help them to walk through that. Number 3 is going to be matching to this tally number, which has 3 sticks to it. Number 4 is going to be matching to this number, to this tally number. And then number 5 is going to be matching over to, guess what, this box over here. And when they get to 5, you know that there's going to be a diagonal tally number that crosses 4 tally marks for them. And then when they get number 6 is going to be 5 and then plus 1 stick. Number 7 is going to be this one. Number 8 is going to be this one. Number 9 is going to be this one, and number 10 is going to be this one. So that's a fun little way that you can use to get them engaged with mathematics. And by the time you walk them through this exercise on day number 1, they will be fairly comfortable with being able to count, if not up to 100, just right off the bat. At least they can count up to 20 just like that, and go through it multiple times over, in and out, forward like 1 to 20, and then backward from like 20 to 1, forward and backward, and forward and backward. And by the time you do this exercise, you would have satisfied this requirement from the educational system, being able to count forward and backward to at least 20 with an object or without an object. Another thing that you can use to reinforce this understanding is to get counting cubes. So if you have a counting cube, a set of counting cubes, you can bring that out and start to count one by one with your child. If you do not have counting cubes, well, that's not the end of the story. You can still count with objects. How do you do that? You can get sheets of paper. You are going to cut out some sheets of paper, and you can just ball them up in some little fun object looking ways for your child, and then you can count those objects one by one. That's another way that you can get your child to appreciate how to count from 1 to 20 using objects. There are numerous ways to go around and help your child to understand how to do this. Alright, so moving on to day number 2, I want to share with you a couple of things that you can use our resources to do with regards to teaching your child how to learn mathematics. What about comparing numbers? So this particular day number 2 exercise is to teach your child on how to compare numbers using the greater than sign and the less than sign or the equal to sign. So if they're coming through this workbook and this worksheet, they get an opportunity to know that 7 is going to be less than number 9. In other words, you're going to tell them 7 apples, for example, is going to be less than 9 apples. You can use that comparison like that to help them to understand how to compare numbers. There's a fun exercise that my wife likes to use to get people to appreciate what the greater than sign is going to be and what the less than sign is going to be. So in other words, the greater than sign is going to be pointing to the alligator's mouth. In other words, the alligator is going to want to eat the bigger number. All right, so look at this way right here. So the alligator's mouth, the greater than sign, looks like an alligator's mouth. Okay, and it's going to be pointing in the direction of, guess what, the greater number. All right, so let's take 7 and 9 for example. The greater number is going to be 9, so the alligator's mouth is going to be pointing in the direction of number 9. In other words, the less than sign is what's going to go over here, and you are going to circle the less than sign to let your child know that 7 is going to be less than number 9. So that's a fun little way you can get them to appreciate less than sign and greater than sign, just like that. Alright, what about the greater than sign? Well, guess what? The alligator's mouth is going to be pointing in the direction of the greater number. The greater number over here is going to be 6. So the alligator's mouth is going to be pointing in the direction of 6. Okay, so you can circle this to let them know that 6 is going to be greater than number 2. Then what about the equal to sign? Well, the equal to sign is going to be a number that is equal. The left number is going to be equal to the right number. And in this case, like 9 is going to be equivalent to 9. You circle the equal to sign just like that. So you can use that. You can use that to teach them how to compare numbers. Another thing that you can use to teach them how to compare numbers is the number line. In the number line, you are going to be asking yourself that if a number is to the right of another number, then that particular number to the right of it is going to be greater than the number to the left of it. And it's pretty simple for you to do that. Just draw a number line and start creating marks from 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and all the way to the right of it. And you're going to ask them, for example, let us compare number 7 and number 9 together. So look at number 7 over here. Number 7 is going to be to the left of number 9. So number 7 is less than number 9. Okay? And then, but on the other hand, if we were to compare number 6 to number 2, look at number 6 over here on the number line, compare that to number 2. Number 6 is going to be to the right side of number 2, so number 6 is going to be greater than number 9. So that's another way that you can use to help them to appreciate how to compare numbers. It's called ordinals. Okay. And then there's a little exercise that you can walk them through over here to appreciate what ordinals or what ordering numbers are. Which ordering numbers literally are going to be arranging numbers in some kind of an order, in an ascending order or in a descending order. If we want to arrange numbers in an ascending order, for example, we know that this banana is going to be like the second in this category. The orange is going to be the third in this category. The apple is going to be the first in this category. You go ahead and you write number 1 over here to let them know that apple is number 1 in this list. Banana is going to be number 2 in this list. And orange is going to be number 3. And strawberry is going to be, or blueberry is going to be number 4. And strawberry is going to be number 5. And you get a chance to write them and write out these numbers so they can appreciate how to order number, which is a learning expectation from Texas as well, and a learning expectation from us. So walking through this exercise on day number 2 is going to help them to get acquainted with how to compare numbers and how to order, which is that big word ordinals is just out of order numbers. Okay, write that. Then moving on to day number 3, another thing you can do is to help them to start learning how to trace numbers right now. So if you have this workbook, you can go ahead and print this out and then hold their hand in a pencil and get them to trace letter 0. Okay, they can trace letter 0 with this number and trace letter 1, number 1, trace number 2 as well, trace number 3, trace number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, which are the basic blocks, basic building blocks of all numbers in mathematics, at least at this level. And then you can walk with them to do that, tracing and counting numbers. And then you can get them to start counting numbers. For example, they can count numbers like the number of the crosses over here, or like the number of cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there are 6 cars over here. Get them to write it over here in this block, in this box. And then there are how many butterflies or fans, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 butterflies or 9 fans over here. How many crosses do we have here? Let them count together with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let them write that over there in the box. Okay, write that over there. Then another exercise you can walk them through is how to fill missing numbers. So you can say, well, which number is going to come before 2? Well, they can go back to this number line over here. Well, number 1 is going to come before 2. Get them to write it down just like that. Then you're going to ask them another question. Which number is going to come right after 2? Well, go back to your number line. Right after 2 is going to be number 3. Well, get them to write number 3, hold their hands together, and write it together with them. Then you're moving on to the next question. Which number is going to come before number 5? Well, go to your number line. It's going to be number 4. And which number comes after number 5? Well, that's going to be number 6. Moving on to the third exercise. Which number comes before number 8? Well, that's going to be 7 for them over there. Walk them through this exercise. Use this workbook to the benefit of your child. Alright, so moving on to day number 4, we get a chance to teach our students how to do basic addition and basic subtraction right now. Which addition, you can use this exercise to teach them how to do that. Well, how do you do that? We tell them 0 plus 0. You can get out sticks or get out counting cubes and say no counting cube plus no counting cube. How many counting cubes are we going to have after that? Well, that's going to be 0, right? You can tell them, well, what about if I were to add 2 counting cubes together with 0 counting cubes? Or you can write it down on a sheet of paper. 1 stick, 2 sticks plus no sticks. How many sticks do we have after that? It's going to be 2 sticks. That is how to teach additions. Then what about subtraction? You can tell them, well, 1 stick or 1 counting cube, and take away no counting cube. What do you have left? Well, you're going to have 1, just like that. But what about if I were to have 5 counting cubes and I take away nothing? Well, I'm going to have just 5 counting cubes left for me. Okay, so you can use this page over here to walk them through this exercise to learn basic addition and basic subtraction. Alright, and then you can use even money, right? You can teach them how to count with money. Alright, so this is like a penny over here, and you can tell them a penny is going to be worth 1 cent. Okay, so, and you just write over here 1 cent. A penny is going to be equivalent to 1 cent. And then how many cents do we have in here? How much money do we have on the sheet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's going to be equivalent to 10 cents because we have 10 pennies on this sheet of paper. Alright, so moving on to day number 5. So day number 5 is going to give them an opportunity to still reinforce how to count from 0 to 10. Alright, and the way you get them to do this is to shade these boxes. So in this 0 category, how many boxes are we going to shade? We got to shade no box at all. But in this 1 category, how many boxes are we going to shade? We are going to shade just 1 box over there. So get them to shade that just 1 box together. Alright, well, in this category, we're going to shade 2 boxes. So you shade this one, you shade this one. In this category, get them to shade 3 boxes. You shade this one, and this one, and this one. Then over here, you can tell them how many boxes were shaded over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes were shaded in this category, just like that. Then we are going to move on right now to start getting them introduced right now to place values. In other words, what are the values of certain digits based on their location in numbers? So for example, 0, 9 is going to be uniquely different from 9, 0. In other words, the 0 over here in 0, 9 is going to be in the tens category, and the number 9 over here is going to be in the nines category, in the ones category. Well, what is place value? Well, place value is a way to tell people the value of a digit in a number. So when we said 0, 9 over here, we're going to be asking ourselves the question, what is the value of number 9? Well, number 9 just means 9 ones. So you're going to write number 9 over here in this category. What is the value of 0 here? Well, the value of 0 over here, it means that 0 tens. In other words, there are no tens in this number. What is a 10? A 10 is going to be like a block of 10 cubes, or a set of 10 sticks. If you're using sticks, using the sticks nomenclature, using the blocks nomenclature, you can use it to explain to your child just like that. The tens column represents a block of 10 cubes, or a set of 10 sticks. In the ones category, it represents a set of just 1 stick or 1 block. That's what place values are. And you can use that to teach them how to map 0, 9 into place values, 0, 4 into place values, 0, 3 into place values. Use this sheet to your advantage. So that's what we're going to be sharing with you, with parents over here, so you can see that teaching mathematics at a kindergarten level is not all that difficult. You just need to have access to the right kind of resources. Again, this is kindergarten mathematics resource from Hero Smart Academy, and it may be downloaded from our website. So if you were to go to our website right now, you click on Hero Smart Academy, that's herosmart.com/school, or you can type in homeschool.herosmart.com. Where to click on that is going to take you to this website, and you just click on the store icon. You click on the store icon over here, you're going to see the kindergarten menu. You click on the kindergarten menu over here, you can click on the mathematics workbook. The mathematics workbook currently is going for $15. There's a discount on it. It typically goes for $24. It's not going to remain at that discount level, and it comes with 180 days of free video lessons. So this is like the best deal you can get. You click on this, and then you are going to download it. In other words, you can add it to cart, you go to checkout, it's going to be $15, and you are going to have this PDF version that I just talked about in this session today, and you can use this PDF, the same PDF, to walk your child through kindergarten mathematics, just like that. Please go ahead and take advantage of that discount. It's $15 right now. There's a sales discount on it. Right after this call, within the next few hours, it's going to be back to $24. So please go ahead and take advantage of it. You can download from our website at herosmart.com/school, or directly herosmart.com/store. You are going to see kindergarten. Click on that button, and then you are going to see mathematics workbook over here for your use as well. Again, you can watch free video lessons by signing up directly to Hero Smart Academy. You can sign up over here by just clicking on the sign up button. You are going to validate your email. You are going to sign up. If you cannot sign up for some reason just yet, you can watch free video lessons over here. You're going to click on that button. It's going to take you to a place where you can watch free video lessons, and you can just click on kindergarten, and then you are going to see free video lessons for mathematics. This is 180 days of free video lessons. When you click on it, you can watch your free video lessons like that. All those videos are on YouTube, and you typically just want to go ahead and watch with the workbook and follow that YouTube channel just like that.
Hi, Mrs. Nita here with the Virtue of the Week song, Work Hard. Are you ready? Here we go. I work hard every day. God shows me the way. I work hard for my King. I work hard every day. I work and I play. I know God is pleased with me. Again, I work hard every day. God shows me the way. I work hard for my King. I work hard every day. I work and I play. I know God is pleased with me. Hi, Mrs. Nita here with the Virtue of the Week song called Grace. Are you ready? Here we go. The grace you give me, I used to bring you glory. The grace you give me, I used to serve my King. The grace you give me, I used to bring you honor. The grace you give me helps me to obey you. The grace you give me, I used to bring you glory. The grace you give me, I used to serve my King. The grace you give me, I used to bring you honor. The grace you give me helps me to obey you, helps me to obey you. Yay!
So thank you for joining us. This is Lana Lude from Hero Smart Homeschool Academy. I will be sharing with you certain tips and tricks of the trade, parents and families, to homeschool your children in the first grade. Alright, so we are from Hero Smart Academy, and this is our profile in here. Hero Smart Academy was founded by me. My name is Lando Olude, and I founded it together with my wife a few years ago, Nita Olude. And together we have been working on this homeschooling journey right now, and it's been fun. It's been fun for about 4 years. So together, my wife and I, we've written about 30 books across 3 genres: education, business, and Christian discipleship. We've produced over 3,000 educational videos across 6 subjects: mathematics, English, science, social studies, Bible knowledge, and music. And we are currently right now in the 4th grade of things. We plan on moving on and keeping on to 12th grade. So we are going to keep doing this for a number of years. I hold an MBA from Oral Roberts University and a Bachelor's of Science in Electronic and Electrical Engineering from University of Ife. I am a software engineer and a technical program manager with 21 years of experience, and I'm a public speaker and a teacher. And my wife has written over 30 books alongside with me as well. She's co-produced 3,000 educational videos across the 6 subjects that we provide and share in Hero Smart Academy. She holds an MBA from Oral Roberts University and a Bachelor's of Science from Oral Roberts University as well. She co-founded Hero Smart Academy. She's the lead instructor for Hero Smart Academy, and she is a teacher as well. So today we're going to be talking about how to teach 1st grade mathematics. So my expectation is, if you are watching this at a later date, you have a 1st grader that you are trying to homeschool. And it may look like a daunting experience, but let me tell you, it's not too complicated. Just with a little bit of tricks that I'm going to be sharing with you, you are going to see that it's actually doable to homeschool children. And I'm going to like to invite parents to get started with this link over here. So this is the link that we use to develop all our curricula. It's from Texas. It's the Texas Essentials, Knowledge, and Skills. And if you get a chance, just click on the link over here. It's going to be there in the meeting invite as well. You click on the link, and then you can scroll down to grade 1. And then you click on grade 1, you are going to see the learning expectations from the state of Texas with regards to what students should learn in 1st grade. And all we're going to be focusing in on today will be the mathematics aspect of it. So we click on mathematics, and then you can see learning expectations. And you can slowly just try to walk your way through this learning expectations to develop a curriculum that you can use to teach your child. So for example, applying mathematics to solve problems arising in everyday life. Well, that's like a vague learning expectations, but you are going to see additional learning expectations right over here, starting from section 3. For example, you are going to see use concrete and pictorial models to determine the sum of multiples of 10 and 1-digit number in problems up to 99. You are going to see things like that over there. Now that's what we've done in this homeschooling program, and we've gone ahead to create a curriculum that we titled 1st grade curriculum, and it has the learning expectations, specific learning expectations that have been tailored to the Texas standard. Now, I don't know the state that you may be watching from the United States. You may be watching from Louisiana, California. If you do the same search on the internet, I'm sure they are going to have those kind of standards in your state as well. And if you cannot find it, you're welcome to start with the Texas standard, because Texas is one of the most rigorous states as far as education is concerned in the nation. You're welcome to start with that and slowly build your way. And if you want to get additional help from us as well, you're welcome to check up our website. If you check up our website at herosmart.com and you click on the Academy menu, you are going to see this is the school's website. And from the school's website, you can literally purchase the grade 1 curriculum by going to the store, and then you click on grade 1 over here. You are going to see right here 1st grade mathematics. Alright, so this is 1st grade mathematics, and I think it's currently on sale right now for about $20. It's 180 days of school lesson, and it comes with 180 videos as well, so it's really affordable. Please go ahead and take advantage of it. Now I am going to share with you a couple of tips from that workbook which you can use to homeschool your child as well. So let me flash that open over here just to get people rest assured that it's not rocket science to homeschool first graders. It's really doable. All right, so if you have any questions, you're watching online real time right now, please go ahead and type it into that chat. I like to cover your questions to the best of my ability, as much as it is practicable for me to do that. All right, so let us go ahead and try to get started with a couple of learning tips over here that we can use to just journey on. So this is the workbook over here. It's 180 days worth of lessons, so you are going to see over there. Maybe download it from the link that's on the minute invites over there, and I'm going to be walking you through a couple of days and the lesson as well, just to let you know that it's not too difficult to homeschool a first grader for you. So let's start with week number 1 and day number 1. Alright, so for example, you are going to see over here week number 1, day number 1 is just like a revision from kindergarten. Review numbers on how to count from 1 to 20 and how to spell those numbers as well. So for example, you can use this chart over here to tell and teach your child how to spell number 1. Okay, so number 1 is going to be O-N-E, and you walk them through that like that. Tell them to repeat after you. Spell number 1 with me. Number 1 is spelled as O-N-E. And then number 2 is going to be spelled as T-W-O. You walk them through like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up until you get to number 20. So that's a learning expectation, for example, from the state of Texas, and you can use that to teach your child and to get started, getting them to be familiar with first grade mathematics. What about writing each set of numbers in order? So that's going to be another fun exercise for them to know how to arrange their numbers properly. So look at this first set of questions over here. So we've got 8 and 7 and 10 and 11, 9 and 6. Well, you may want to ask them which number is the smallest in this category. Well, help them to identify 6 as the smallest in that category. Hold their hand with a pencil and write down number 6 over here. Then you ask them the question, which number is going to be the next in that category? Well, number 7 is going to be the next in that category. Hold their hand and write number 7 over here in this space. Do the same thing for number 8 and number 9 and number 10 and number 11. And then walk through the next exercise over there for them. Identify the smallest number in the set of numbers is number 12 or number 11, followed by number 12, and then 13, 14, 15, and 16. Walk through that exercise to joggle their memory concerning what they might have learned before in kindergarten. And another exercise you can walk with them to be really versed with their numbers is to fill in missing numbers. So we have the first set of numbers over here, like 8, 9, blank, 11. You're going to ask them, what comes after 9? Well, 10 is going to come after 9. We'll tell them to go ahead and write number 10 over here. Help them to do that. What comes after number 11? Well, it's going to be number 12. Well, help them to write that down. And then walk all the way to the next set of numbers, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that is a fun exercise for the first day of first grade mathematics. Well, moving on to second day right now. So second day of week number 1 in our curriculum, which is going to map directly to Texas standards, will be counting to 100 by tens. Okay, so count to 100 by tens. You can use this exercise to help them learn how to do that. You're going to tell them to count by tens up until we get to 100. Okay, 10, 20. Well, 30 is going to come right after 20. And then 40 and 50, 60, right? And then you can tell them to go over to start counting by, well, what about 5? Let's start from 5 and count by tens. 5. 10 plus 5 is going to be 15. Okay, 5, 15, 25. The next is going to come from there is going to be 35 and 45 and 55. You can walk them through the same thing as well in this category, just like that. In this particular exercise, you can see that a digit was missing deliberately. It's so that you can complete it and work with that exercise with them. So 30, the next one is going to be 40, so write 0 over there, and then 50 and 60 and 70 and 80. The same thing in this category. You're going to have 48, then 58, 68, 78, 88, and 98. In this category as well, you're going to have 33, 43, 53, 63, 73, and 83. Help them to be versed with their numbers. That's what this exercise is trying to show. All right. Feel free to engage with us. We are on Facebook. We are on email, inquiry@heroesmart.com. If you have further questions, further clarity, please feel free to engage with us. Moving on to day number 3, we're going to be walking through how to count with objects right now. So use the rows to count the number of baby chicks and ask them if they got up to 40. Well, if they got up to 40, give them a thumbs up, all right? So count the baby chicks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 in a column. 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Just a fun little exercise for them to still be versed with their numbers at first grade. Another object is over here. Now this one, they're going to do the job, and then they're going to write down the number that they counted over here. You can use that to teach them how to count their numbers as well. So this little objects like roses and flowers over there, you can walk them through, count it with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So there are 30 roses or 30 flowers over here. Write it down for them. Help them to write it down. 3 and 0 will make it 30. And help them to walk through the rest of the objects in here, the crosses, the little pink or red balls, the blue shapes, pentagon. Let them walk through together with you and to be versed in counting objects just like that. So that's week number 3. So can you see that with a little bit of help, teaching first graders mathematics is not too difficult. And we've gone ahead to do the dirty job for you. We have all this put together nicely in a set of workbooks for you, which you can download really easily from our website. It's a no-brainer. It is easy for you to follow. All right, moving on to week number 1, day 4. So here, excuse me, we're going to be walking through comparison. We're going to try to identify which number is going to be larger out of a set of 2 numbers. We try to make this a little bit fun, so we have it like looking like a pair of glasses here just to engage the kids a little bit better for you. So you may want to tell them which one is going to be smaller or larger. 3 apples compared to 6 apples. Okay, you show them just like that, 3 apples compared to 6 apples. They're going to say, well, I want 6 apples. Well, you're going to tell them, well, 6 is going to be greater than 3, and by extension 3 is going to be less than 6. Okay, you can use that and walk through that same logic with the rest of it. 5 is going to be greater than 2, and 2 by extension is going to be less than 5. 4 is going to be less than 8, and by extension 8 is going to be greater than 4. Walk through that exercise together with them just like that. And then week number 1 is going to close with what we call Challenge Friday on day number 5, which is to use the number chart to recall numbers from 1 to 100. So here you're going to get them to start counting from 1 to 100 by themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up until they get to 100. You can help them to do that as well. And then on a separate sheet of paper, write 2-digit numbers using 3 digits. So we got 3 digits in here, 4, 1, and 5. Well, tell them to write 2-digit numbers using any combinations of these 3 digits. So for example, 41 will be here, 45 will be here, 44 as well. What about 14? What about 15? What about 51 and 54? Try to get them to practice all these exercises so they can be versed with their numbers as well. Alright, so moving on to week number 2. So week number 2 centers in on ordering numbers. In other words, arranging numbers in some kind of logical way, whether increasing fashion or descending fashion. So this particular exercise right here is going to tell them to write the missing numbers. And the purpose of this exercise is after they've written the missing numbers, you're going to show them the logic of how the numbers actually started from the smallest number up until the largest number. And you can call that the ascending fashion. Okay, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 23 is the smallest in this category and 28 is the largest in this category. Well, guess what? We've just ordered these numbers in an ascending fashion. Tell them to count and to order and fill the missing numbers together with you. Alright, another fun exercise that you can use them to appreciate this is to fill in the missing numbers before and after these numbers over here. Alright, so that's day number 1. Moving on to day number 2, you can help your child to appreciate what we call even numbers and odd numbers. And even numbers, you can tell them even numbers are going to be numbers that can be split into 2 parts and 2 equal parts. So for example, 2 is going to be an even number, and you can tell them that look at these 2 dots over there. If I were to draw a line in between these 2 dots like this, you can see that the first section is going to contain 1 dot and the second section is going to contain another dot. So it means that 2 is an even number. In other words, it's a number which may be divided evenly into 2. Well, the same thing with number 4, right? Number 4 may be divided evenly into 2 as well. How do we do that? If I were to draw a line over here, there are going to be 2 dots on top of the line and 2 dots below the line. That's an even number. So that's a characteristic of even numbers. You can use that little explanation to let them to help them to appreciate what even numbers are. And then moving over to an odd number, you're going to say an odd number cannot be easily divided into 2 equal parts. So for example, if you were to draw a line over here, right, you are going to see that there are going to be 2 dots on top of the line and just 1 dot below the line. So that's not an even division over there. We cannot break this number into 2 equal parts. So number 3 is an odd number. Well, the same thing with number 5. If we were to draw a line over here, there are going to be 3 dots on top of the line and 2 dots below the line. So that's not going to be even. That's not going to be equal. So 5 is an odd number. And you can get them to see the pattern. So 1, right, starts the numbers counting. The next one is going to be an even number. So 1 is an odd number. Then we have an even number. Then we have an odd number 3. We have an even number 4. We have an odd number 5. We have an even number 6. We have an odd number 7. Then even number 8. Odd number 9. Even number 10. You can use that to explain to them what an even number is going to be all about right here. Alright, another exercise you can use to get them to appreciate this is like writing odd and even numbers for each number of socks. So for example, we've got 4 socks over here. You can ask them the question, is that an even number or an odd number? Well, number 4 right over here is going to be in the even category. So that's number 4 and it is even. Get them to write it down. Help them to write it down. Hold their hands with a pencil and trace even number 4. Write it in this box for them. What about over here? There are 3 socks in here. Well, 3 is going to be an odd number, so help them to write it down. 3 and odd number into the box. Alright, moving on to day number 3. So day number 3 is going to be another way to reinforce the pattern of numbers counting up unto 100. So it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, up until 20, and go up and down like that until it gets 100. And then you want to help them as well with being able to locate where 1 is going to start over here. Locate where to start. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 50. So just like a couple of fun ways to locate their numbers and to be very versed with it as well. All right, so moving on to day number 4, more sequences. So odd numbers end in 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So 21, for example, is going to be an odd number because he ends in 1. 13 is going to be an odd number because he ends in 3. Even numbers always end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 digits. So 20, for example, is going to be an even number, and 16 is going to be an even number as well. Use that to get them engaged. This is another fun exercise for them. You can tell them, well, number 7, is this an even number or an odd number? Well, if they answer even, help them to write it here. Number 7 is an even number. Number 52, is that an even number or not? Well, 52 ends with a 2, so it definitely is an even number. Help them to write it down. Number 19, it ends with a 9, so that's going to be an odd number. All right. So fun exercises. Another fun exercise is going to be there for them to play with a little dinosaur picture a little bit here. You can use that to walk with them through it. Challenge Friday. Now it comes for week number 2. Week number 2 is going to be Challenge Friday. And this is essentially trying to get them to appreciate odd numbers and even numbers again. Use this exercise to help them to be comfortable with their numbers. And then we are going to move on right now to week number 3 real quickly. Week number 3, day number 1, is going to be talking about tens and units, which will be place values. We talked about an introduction to place values in kindergarten, so if your child hasn't gotten a chance to look at that, please reference kindergarten. But this is going to build on that. So what are place values? So place values just help children to identify the value of digits in numbers. In other words, 47 is going to be different from 74, even though both numbers have the same set of digits. Why? It's because of the position of the digits. So number 7 is going to be placed under the units column, and number 4 is going to be placed under the tens column. So get them to appreciate that. What does that mean? Well, the tens column is going to be a column where we can have 10 blocks. Okay, so when you write number 4 over here, it means 4 sets of 10 blocks. Okay, if you have counting cubes, you can use that. If you do not have counting cubes, you can literally just draw like sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's going to be a set of 10 over there. You can write it down on a sheet of paper for them like that. If you have counting cubes, you're welcome to show that. If you stack up together 10 counting cubes, that's just 1 10. Okay, so if you have 4 of those, that's going to be 4 tens. But in the units category, 1 counting cube is a unit. So if we have 7 units in this category, we are going to have 7 units over there. That's what place numbers are. And you can use that to help them to appreciate how to break 24 down into place values. 2 is going to go in the tens column, 4 is going to go in the units column, and just like that. Okay, and then right afterwards you want to tell them that 4 tens will be equivalent to 40, and then 7 units will be equivalent to 7, and 40 plus 7 is going to give us 47. Walk them through that exercise like that. I'm sure they are going to like it. There are additional exercises over there to let them start from building blocks and putting it into numbers. So for example, this one is going to be 2 tens. Well, 2 tens will be equivalent to 20. Help them to write it down here. And then there are going to be 4 units over here. So help them write 4 over here and walk them through that exercise to note that 20 plus 4 will be equivalent to 24. Really, really great ways to learn about place values. Well, day number 2 talks about how to identify place values up until number 99, and there are lots of exercises over here that they can take advantage of. Day number 3 tries to reinforce that concept by helping them to identify missing numbers and then come up with the answer. So 40 plus blank will be equivalent to 45. What is that blank? Well, just highballing it, you can tell them that's going to be number 5. Okay, 8 plus blank will be equivalent to 28. What is that missing number? Well, that's going to be 20. Walk them through it, and they are going to love it. All right. Another thing that you can use to teach the concept of place values will be an abacus. So if you have an abacus in your home, you're welcome to do that. If not, you're just welcome to draw it for them and tell them that this abacus will be a way to represent your tens and ones or tens and units. All right, so beads in the T category will represent the tens, and beads in the units category will represent the ones over there. So for example, if you have 6 beads in this category, that's going to be 60. All right, if you have 3 beads in this category, that's going to be 3, and 60 plus 3 will be equivalent to 63. Plenty of good exercises to help them to appreciate what place values are, to build using a spiral learning approach. That's what we do in this homeschooling program. So we start really small, and it gets more and more detailed and more detailed up until they get like 6-digit place values. All right, so Challenge Friday is going to be another way to get the kiddo to appreciate what place values are, 2-digit place values. Right, there are 10 gumballs in the jar. There are 4 jars plus 3 extra balls. Fun exercises. You can use them to learn their place values, just like that. So there are 180 days of first grade mathematics in this workbook. I want to encourage you to go ahead and download it. Go to our website, heroesmart.com/store. You're going to click on the store and you're going to see the product over here. Download first grade mathematics workbook, and you have access to 180 free video lessons. How do you take advantage of that? Well, you're going to click on Hero Smart Academy. You are going to sign up. When you sign up over here, you're going to type in your email or something like that. You type your email, you can complete your registration over there. If you cannot sign up for some reason just yet, you're welcome to watch free video lessons by just clicking on that button over there. It's going to take you to a page where you can click on first grade videos. In first grade videos, you are going to see over here, this is the section for 180 days of first grade mathematics. You can walk through these videos and use your workbook alongside. Great content that my wife and I put together for this homeschooling program over there. So this is it.
Mrs. Nita here with the Virtue of the Week song called Thankfulness. Are you ready? Here we go. I have many reasons to be thankful. I can readily name 10. My awesome God, His only Son, salvation, family, friends, the house we have, the love we share, my neighbors, food and pets. I just named 10 reasons that I am truly blessed. I have many reasons to be thankful. I can readily name 10. My awesome God, His only Son, salvation, family, friends, the house we have, the love we share, the neighbors, food and pets. I just named 10 reasons that I am truly blessed. I have many reasons to be thankful. I can readily name 10. My awesome God, His only Son, salvation, family, friends, the house we live, the love we share, my neighbors, food and pets. I just named 10 reasons that I am truly blessed. Yay! Hi, Mrs. Nita here with the Virtue of the Week song we call Faithful. Are you ready? Here we go. Each day the sun rises, each day the sun sets. My God is so faithful, He never forgets. He's always on time, He's always so true. I'll be like my Father and be faithful too. Each day the sun rises, each day the sun sets. My God is so faithful, He never forgets. He's always on time, He's always so true. I'll be like my Father and be faithful too. Again, Each day the sun rises, each day the sun sets. My God is so faithful, He never forgets. He's always on time, He's always so true. I'll be like my Father and be faithful too. Yay! One, O-N-E. 2, T-W-O. 3, T-H-R-E-E. 4, F-O-U-R. 5, F-I-V-E. 6, S-I-X. 7, S-E-V-E-N. 8, E-I-G-H-T. 9, N-I-N-E. 10, T-E-N. 11, E-L-E-V-E-N. 12, T-W-E-L-V-E. 13, T-H-I-R-T-E-E-N. 14, F-O-U-R-T-E-E-N. 15, F-I-F-T-E-E-N. 16, S-I-X-T-E-E-N. 17, S-E-V-E-N-T-E-E-N. 18, E-I-G-H-T-E-E-N. 19, N-I-N-E-T-E-E-N. And 20, T-W-E-N-T-Y, 20. Now we're going to return to the top and you can repeat after me, counting from 1 to the number 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good job, way to go. If you need to continue to rehearse this sequence from 1 to 20, you may do that. Perhaps your parent or guardian can help you with that. In future lessons, we have charts and flashcards to go along with this exercise. And actually, we have in the arts and chart segments of your workbook, you can find an activity that will help you to reinforce this exercise today. So if you don't know all this yet, no worries. Your caregiver or guardian can help you fine-tune that through the week. And also, you don't have to necessarily commit these spellings to memory. Now, you will have plenty of opportunities over the next few weeks and months to learn and master this. Okay, this is just an introduction to the numbers 1 through 20 in this lesson. With the Virtue of the Week song we call Gentleness. Are you ready to sing along? Here we go. Lord, please help me be humble and gentle. Lord, please help me be humble and gentle, to be patient, bearing with one another in love. Lord, please help me be humble and gentle. Lord, please help me be humble and gentle. Lord, please help me be humble and gentle, to be patient, bearing with one another in love. Lord, please help me be humble and gentle. Again, Lord, please help me be humble and gentle. Lord, please help me be humble and gentle, to be patient, bearing with one another in love. Lord, please help me be humble and gentle. Yay! Hi, Mrs. Nita here with the Virtue of the Week song, Work Hard. Are you ready? Here we go. I work hard every day. God shows me the way. I work hard for my King. I work hard every day. I work and I play. I know God is pleased with me. Again, I work hard every day. God shows me the way. I work hard for my King. I work hard every day. I work and I play. I know God is pleased with me. Yay!
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with heroes born,